We're living in the weakest generation of men in human history. And it's not an accident. It's by design. Modern society is systematically creating weak men. Intentionally. Deliberately. And most guys don't even realize it's happening. You look around and what do you see? Men who can't change a tire. Can't fix anything. Can't build anything. Can't protect anyone. Can't provide for themselves. Can't make a decision. Can't take responsibility. Can't handle discomfort. Can't face conflict. Can't commit to anything. Weak men. Everywhere. And they're not weak because of bad genetics. They're weak because of bad culture. A culture that celebrates weakness, rewards victimhood, punishes strength, and calls masculinity toxic. Let me show you exactly how this is happening, and why it's destroying not just men, but entire societies. First, modern society has removed all challenge from men's lives. Everything is easy. Everything is convenient. Everything is comfortable. You don't have to hunt for food. Don't have to build shelter. Don't have to fight for survival. Don't have to do anything hard. And that sounds great. Comfort sounds great. Convenience sounds great. But here's what nobody tells you. Men need challenge to develop. We need resistance to build strength. We need struggle to forge character. We need difficulty to become capable. When you remove all challenge from a man's life, you don't create a comfortable man. You create a weak man. A soft man. A man who can't handle adversity because he's never had to. A man who crumbles under pressure because he's never been under pressure. A man who quits when things get hard because he's never had to push through hard. Our grandfathers fought in wars, built houses with their hands, worked brutal physical jobs, raised families on single incomes, faced real problems, real challenges, real threats. And those challenges made them strong, capable, resilient. We sit in climate-controlled offices, order food with an app, complain about slow Wi-Fi, and wonder why we feel weak, why we have no purpose, why we can't handle basic adversity. It's because we've been robbed of challenge. And without challenge, men atrophy. Like muscles that never get used. We become weak by default. Second, modern society has feminized men. Not in sexuality, in behavior, in priorities, in values. We've been taught that masculine traits are bad, that aggression is toxic, that competition is harmful, that dominance is oppressive, that strength is dangerous. So we've produced a generation of men who apologize for taking up space, who are afraid to be assertive, who avoid conflict at all costs, who seek consensus instead of making decisions, who prioritize feelings over facts, who value being liked over being respected. These are not masculine traits. They're feminine traits. And there's nothing wrong with feminine traits in women. But in men, they're poison. Because a feminized man can't do what men are designed to do. Protect, provide, fight when necessary, make hard decisions, stand firm under pressure. Proverbs 28 verse 1 says, "The wicked flee when no one pursues, but the righteous are bold as a lion." Bold as a lion. That's masculine. Strong. Dangerous. Protective. Fierce when needed. That's what men are supposed to be. But modern men flee when no one's even pursuing. They back down from challenges that haven't even materialized. They surrender before the fight begins. Because they've been taught that boldness is aggression, that strength is toxicity, that being dangerous is wrong. But here's the truth. A man who's not capable of violence is not peaceful. He's harmless. And there's a massive difference between being peaceful and being harmless. Peaceful means you're capable of violence but you choose restraint. Harmless means you couldn't be violent even if you wanted to. You're weak. And society has confused the two. We've celebrated harmless men as peaceful. We've praised weakness as enlightenment. We've called cowardice wisdom. And we've produced a generation of men who can't protect anyone because they've never developed the capacity for necessary aggression. Third, modern society has given men infinite distractions. Video games, social media, streaming services, sports, entertainment, endless ways to escape reality, to avoid responsibility, to waste potential. And these distractions are specifically designed to hijack the male brain. Video games give you artificial achievement. Porn gives you artificial intimacy. Social media gives you artificial status. All the rewards of being a man without any of the work of becoming one. So men sit in their childhood bedrooms playing games and watching porn and scrolling feeds while their lives waste away. No real achievements. No real relationships. No real purpose. Just digital substitutes for what they should actually be building. And society encourages this. Celebrates it even. Let people enjoy things. Don't judge. Everyone's on their own journey. Some journeys lead nowhere. Some enjoyments destroy potential. And someone needs to judge the difference. Our grandfathers didn't have these distractions. They couldn't escape into fake worlds. So they had to engage with the real one. Had to build real things. Earn real respect. Develop real skills. Create real value. We can escape anytime we want. And most men do. Constantly. Habitually. Compulsively. Until they wake up at 30, 40, 50 and realize they've accomplished nothing real. Built nothing real. Become no one real. Fourth, modern society has eliminated rites of passage. In traditional societies, boys became men through specific trials, tests, challenges, ceremonies, events that marked the transition from boyhood to manhood, that required them to prove themselves, to earn their place, to demonstrate capability. We have nothing. No clear line between boy and man. No test to pass. No challenge to overcome. No moment where boyhood ends and manhood begins. So we have 40-year-old boys, 50-year-old boys, men who aged but never grew up, who got bigger but never stronger, who survived but never thrived. And without rites of passage, men don't know when they've become men, don't know what's expected of them, don't know what standard to measure themselves against. So they drift, aimlessly, purposelessly, weakly. In the Bible, boys became men when they could provide, protect, when they demonstrated the capability and character required of men. It wasn't automatic. It wasn't based on age. It was based on ability, on preparation, on proof. David was considered a man when he killed the lion and the bear, when he stood against Goliath, when he proved he could protect what mattered. Not when he turned 18, when he demonstrated strength. We don't require men to demonstrate anything. We just assume they'll figure it out. And most don't, because nobody told them what manhood requires. Nobody challenged them to become it. Nobody marked the transition. Fifth, modern society has replaced struggle with safety. We're obsessed with safety, safe spaces, trigger warnings, protection from discomfort, avoidance of hardship, elimination of risk. And all of it is producing weak men. Because men are forged in struggle. We become strong by facing hard things, by being uncomfortable, by taking risks, by enduring pain, by overcoming obstacles. When you remove all of that in the name of safety, you remove the very mechanism that creates strength. Timothy Leary said, "Women who seek to be equal with men lack ambition." But let me add to that. Men who seek safety lack understanding. Safety is not the goal. Growth is. Strength is. Capability is. And none of those come from safety. Hebrews 12 verse 11 says, "For the moment all discipline seems painful rather than pleasant, but later it yields the peaceful fruit of righteousness to those who have been trained by it." Trained by pain. Trained by discipline. Trained by struggle. That's how righteousness is produced. That's how character is built. That's how men are made. But we avoid all pain now, medicate all discomfort, eliminate all struggle, and then wonder why we're producing weak men who can't handle adversity, men who need therapy after reading mean comments, men who can't function without validation, men who collapse under pressure that would have been considered normal 50 years ago. Sixth, modern society has destroyed male spaces, places where men could be men, test each other, challenge each other, push each other, learn from each other, compete with each other, build each other. Without women present, without feminine energy moderating masculine behavior. Gyms used to be male spaces. Now they're co-ed, Bars used to be male spaces. Now they're mixed. Sports used to be male spaces. Now they're inclusive. Every space where men gathered to be men has been integrated, feminized, or eliminated. And the result is men who never learn to be men, who never develop masculine traits, who never understand masculine values, because they're never around masculine men in masculine environments doing masculine things. Iron sharpens iron. Proverbs 27 verse 17. But that only works if you have iron around iron. Men need to be around strong men to become strong men. Boys need to be around masculine men to become masculine men. But we've eliminated those spaces, demonized them, called them exclusive or toxic or problematic. So men develop in mixed spaces, where masculine behavior gets softened, where male traits get criticized, where strength gets called toxic. And we produce weak men who've never been around strong men long enough to learn what strength looks like. Seventh, modern society has given men no purpose, no mission, no calling, no great challenge to rise to. Our grandfathers had clear purposes: build a nation, win a war, provide for a family, create something lasting, protect something valuable. We have what? Make money, buy things, consume entertainment, pursue comfort. That's it. There's no great mission, no noble cause, no purpose worth suffering for, no legacy worth building. And men need purpose. We're designed for it, wired for it. We need something to fight for, something to build, something to protect, something bigger than ourselves. Without it, we become aimless, depressed. Ecclesiastes 2 verse 11 describes a man who had everything but no purpose. Then I considered all that my hands had done and the toil I had expended in doing it, and behold, all was vanity and a striving after wind, and there was nothing to be gained under the sun. All was vanity. Without purpose, achievement is meaningless. Success is hollow. Strength is pointless. Men need a mission that matters. And modern society offers none. So men create artificial missions, video game achievements, social media followers, fantasy sports leagues, substitute purposes that provide substitute meaning. But it's not real. And deep down they know it. And that knowledge makes them weak. Eighth, modern society has eliminated consequences. You can fail without losing, quit without consequence, be irresponsible without suffering, make terrible decisions without paying the price. Because someone will bail you out. Some system will catch you. Some program will support you. And without consequences, men don't develop responsibility, don't learn from mistakes, don't grow through suffering, don't understand that actions have outcomes. They remain perpetual boys who never have to face the results of their choices. Galatians 6 verse 7 warns, "Do not be deceived, God is not mocked. For whatever one sows, that will he also reap." You reap what you sow. That's the natural law of consequences. But we've tried to eliminate it. And in doing so, we've eliminated one of the primary teachers of manhood. Men need to fail and feel it, need to be irresponsible and suffer for it, need to make bad decisions and pay the price. That's how we learn, how we grow, how we become responsible. But we've padded every corner, softened every blow, removed every consequence, and produced men who never learn. Ninth, modern society has taught men that feelings matter more than truth, that emotional comfort is more important than reality, that being offended is worse than being wrong, that how you feel about something determines whether it's true. And this is destroying men, because men need to be able to face hard truths, uncomfortable realities, facts that don't care about feelings. We need to be able to accept what is, not what we wish it were. To deal with reality as it exists, not as we want it to exist. But we've raised a generation of men who can't handle hard truths, who melt down when confronted with uncomfortable facts, who prioritize emotional safety over factual accuracy, who would rather be comfortable than correct. And these men can't function in the real world, because the real world doesn't care about your feelings. Reality doesn't negotiate. Truth doesn't compromise. And men who can't handle that are weak, ineffective, useless in crisis. 10th, Modern society has told men that strength is optional, that you don't have to be strong, that weakness is acceptable, that being soft is okay, that you can be whatever you want. And if you want to be weak, that's valid too. But it's a lie. Strength is not optional for men. It's required. Not just physical strength, mental strength, emotional strength, spiritual strength, moral strength, the strength to do what's right when it's hard, to stand when others sit, to lead when others follow, to fight when others flee. A weak man cannot fulfill his purpose, cannot protect his family, cannot lead his household, cannot stand against evil, cannot build anything lasting, cannot be who God created him to be. 1 Timothy 6 verse 12 commands, "Fight the good fight of the faith." Fight, not negotiate, not compromise, not surrender. Fight that requires strength, and strength is not optional. So here's the reality. Modern society is creating weak men, systematically, intentionally, through comfort, feminization, distraction, lack of rites of passage, obsession with safety, elimination of male spaces, absence of purpose, removal of consequences, prioritization of feelings, and normalization of weakness. And those weak men are destroying everything. Families, communities, churches, nations. Because weak men can't build, can't protect, can't lead, can't defend. They can only consume, complain, collapse. But you don't have to be one of them. You can reject what society is doing. You can choose strength over comfort, purpose over distraction, truth over feelings, responsibility over excuses, challenge over safety. You can become strong in a weak generation. And when you do, you'll stand out. Not because you're exceptional, because everyone else is so weak. And you'll be needed, desperately, because someone has to lead, someone has to protect, someone has to build, someone has to stand. Be that man. Not the one society wants you to be. The one you were created to be. Strong, capable, dangerous when necessary, gentle when appropriate, a warrior with a code, a protector with purpose, a builder with vision. Modern society is creating weak men. Don't be one of them.